Hi everyone, welcome to this channel. If this is your first time watching, you are welcome. Kindly subscribe and click the bell icon. This will allow you to be notified whenever I drop a new story. Also, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the story. Stay tuned and enjoy a story of honesty. Alright. In the bustling street of Lagos, Tunde, a young Nigerian man in his mid-20s, navigated through the crowds with a carefree stride. Known for his affable nature and infectious laughter, Tunde's days were often filled with jovial banter and light-hearted antics. However, beneath his cheerful exterior lay a tendency to shrink responsibility, preferring to live in the moment rather than face the consequences of his actions. On this particular day, Tunde found himself in the midst of a chaotic scene at his friend's house. As he attempted to maneuver through the crowded room, his outstretched arm inadvertently collided with a nearby table, sending a delicate vase crashing to the ground. The room fell silent as the vase shattered into a million pieces, leaving Tunde frozen in shock. Panic surged through Tunde's veins as he surveyed the damage, his heart pounding with dread at the realization of what he had done. He glanced around frantically, hoping against all that no one had witnessed the accident. But as the initial shock wore off, a sinking feeling settled in the pit of his stomach, telling him that he couldn't simply walk away from the mess he had made. In the aftermath of the accident, Tunde's mind raced with a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. As he stood amidst the shattered remnants of the vase, a sense of guilt ground at him, knowing that he was responsible for the damage. Despite his initial instinct to flee the scene and avoid the consequences of his action, Tunde knew deep down that he couldn't simply sweep the incident under the rug. As he took a moment to compose himself, Tunde's friends rushed over to assess the situation, their expressions a mix of concern and disbelief. Questions flew at him from all directions, demanding an explanation for the chaos that had unfolded before them. Tunde felt the weight of the expectant gazes bearing down on him, fueling the fire of anxiety and uncertainty. In that moment of reckoning, Tunde felt a surge of temptation to concoct an elaborate lie, a story that would absolve him of any blame and spare him from facing the consequences of his actions. But as he opened his mouth to speak, the words caught in his throat, choked by the nagging voice of his conscience. Deep down, Tunde knew that honesty was the only path forward. Despite the discomfort and fear it brought, with a heavy heart, he mustered the courage to confess to his friends, admitting his role in the accident and taking full responsibility for the damage he had caused. As the truth spilled from his lips, a wave of relief washed over Tunde, lifting the weight of deceit from his shoulder. Though he embraced himself for their reaction, he was met with unexpected understanding and forgiveness from his friends, who commended him for his honesty and integrity. In that moment, Tunde realized the power of honesty to mend broken trust and strengthen relationships. As he embraced the lessons learned from his mistake, He resolves to carry the virtues of honesty and integrity with him on his journey forward. Tunde's confession of the accident marked a turning point in his life, yet it also ushered in a new wave of challenges. As the initial shock of his admission subsided, Tunde found himself grappling with consciences of his actions. The atmosphere among Tunde's friends remained tense in the aftermath of his confession. While some were quick to offer forgiveness and move past the incident, others harbored lingering feelings of mistrust and disappointment. Tunde felt the weight of their judgment bearing down to him, a constant reminder of the consequences of his lapse in judgment. Outside of his social circle, Tunde also faced repercussions from the owner of the broken vase. Despite Tunde's sincere apologies and offer to make amends, the owner's initial anger and frustration persisted, casting a shadow over their relationship. As they turned into weeks, Tunde found himself reflecting on the impact of his honesty. While the road to redemption was fraught with challenges, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in his decision to confess the truth. With each passing day, he grew more determined to prove himself worthy of his forgiveness and trust of those around him. Despite the setback and obstacles he encountered, Tunde remained steadfast in his commitment to make things right. He dedicated himself to repairing the damage he had caused, whether through acts of kindness, sincere apologies, or tangible efforts to rectify the situation. Through his journey of self-discovery and redemption, Tunde learned valuable lessons about the importance of honesty and integrity in building and maintaining relationships. And as he continued to navigate the complexities of his newfound path, he found solace in the knowledge that his action had set him on a course towards personal growth and redemption. In the wake of his confession and the subsequent fallout, Tunde found himself on a path of self-reflection and redemption. With each passing day, he made a concerted effort to demonstrate his commitment to honesty and integrity, both in his actions and his interactions with others. Tunde's efforts did not go unnoticed by those around him. Slowly but surely, the atmosphere of tension and mistrust began to dissipate, replaced by a newfound sense of understanding and forgiveness. His friends, impressed by his sincerity and determination to make amends, welcomed him back into their fold with open arms. Outside of his social circle, Tunde continued to navigate the aftermath of the accident with the owner of the broken vase. Through genuine apologies and heartfelt gesture of restitution, he worked tirelessly to mend the fractured relationship and rebuild the trust that had been lost. As time passed, Tunde found himself embracing the virtue of honesty and integrity in all aspects of his life. He approached each new challenges with a newfound sense of courage and conviction, knowing that honesty was the foundation upon which true character was built. With each small victory along the way, Tunde felt a sense of pride and accomplishment, knowing that he was on the right path towards redemption. And as he continued to learn and grow from his experiences, He found solace in the knowledge that honesty was not just a virtue to aspire to, but a guiding principle that would shape his future actions and decisions. In the final chapter of today's journey, the lessons he learned from honesty and integrity came full circle as he reflected on his experiences and the growth he had undergone. Tunde felt a sense of gratitude for the challenges that had shaped him into a better person. With the passage of time, the wound caused by the accident began to heal, and the bonds of trust and friendship that had been tested were strengthening. Tunde's relationship with his friends and the owner of the broken vase were restored, built on a foundation of honesty and forgiveness. As Tunde looked towards the future, he felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination. Armed with the lessons learned from his journey, he faced each new day with courage and conviction, knowing that honesty was the key to living a life of integrity and fulfillment. As he walked confidently into the next chapter of his life, Tunde carried with him the knowledge that honesty wasn't just a virtue to be practiced, but a way of living that would shape his destiny and define his legacy for years to come. With a grateful heart and a steadfast commitment to honesty, Tunde embraced the endless possibilities that lay ahead, ready to face whatever challenges came his way with courage, integrity, and an unwavering belief in the power of honesty to change lives for the better. Yes, thank you all for taking your time to watch and listening to this story. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. This will allow you to be notified whenever I drop a new stories. Also leave a comment, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to share as well and like. Thank you. Bye.